Good evening, everybody. All right, so once again, this is not a hard observation to indicate that when we're bouncing right along the T line up and down, it means the market's not moving in any great conviction one way or the other, obviously. Same scenario with the NASDAQ, just absolutely sideways. So that puts us in a situation where either you just keep floating in the pool, or you go with specific stocks and sectors. The gold sector has kind of dried up. The gold is just sideways. Crude oil trying to do a J-hook, but not doing anything. It popped up and then popped down, and so it's not really going anywhere. But it's still staying above the 50. But the just the overall prognosis is it's not going anywhere. Now we've been short live cattle, and here's a perfect illustration that once we had a sell signal, notice the T line has acted as a resistance level the whole way down. Oh, is Victor back? Hello, Victor. So as we can see, we had an inverted hammer in the oversold area, right about the same exact level it bottomed before. So this is, we took some profits today. If it opens positive tomorrow, that'll be a good time to start taking some profits with the indication that, remember, if you see an inverted hammer in the oversold condition and they open up positive the next day, the probabilities are pretty high it's heading higher. The probabilities are pretty high, meaning probably 95% or greater. Wheat, we kind of indicated going short on this one a few days ago. That's another scenario where you've got a wave one, wave two, and then the failure here with a bearish left-right combo closing below the T line. You just stay short until you see a buy signal, which also makes the setup for soybeans. Notice soybeans still has stochastics heading down, but sitting right smack dab on the 200, which obviously everybody else is watching. Makes this very simple. You'll just put a sell stop at the lows here, because if it comes in that direction, it's probably heading not holding that 200. So now you got a wave one, a wave two, and wave three in progress. And I'm looking for Farmer Dave. Farmer Dave, are the soybean crops coming in pretty strong? Okay, so just to check to see the type of positions you like to get yourself in, there's the J-hook pattern on Trox. And all you can do with Trox is just stay long as it stays above the T line. TCK, somewhat the same scenario, just a steady uptrend. You stay long as it stays above the T line. CC, same scenario. So these are producing extraordinary gains, meaning if you bought this on the breakout through this resistance level on the gap up, and you're up about 35% over the last 3-4 weeks. So with the market being as soggy as it is, this is the type of situation we want to get ourselves into. Patterns that are going to work consistently, and we know what the prognosis or the evaluation of the price trend is. This one's going to stay long. This is PBYI. This is going to stay long as it stays above the T line. And SRPT, same scenario. Look at the J-hook pattern setting up. This one becomes something to give good consideration to on a positive open tomorrow. And things like AMBA, ever since it kind of broke out through this level or this level, all it's been doing is heading up in a steady uptrend. And NPTN, another J-hook pattern setup. So the benefit of knowing what patterns to be looking for allows us to start going after trades that have high probabilities of obviously heading higher. And we're looking for these type of situations in a market where there's nothing going on, meaning the markets in general are just basically sideways. So this is whiting starting to head back up. Here is Bill Barrett, kind of your fry pan bottom, cup and handle. Wouldn't be afraid to be buying this one on positive trading tomorrow. And things like Ren, who's produced very big profits, took profits, but now getting ready for a J-hook pattern setup. So again, this kind of alerts us to which ones to get into, not only when to get in, meaning when it starts the J-hook, but want to get in because if this is wave one, wave three probably is going to be just as strong. So it allows us to analyze which stocks or which sectors are going to produce the biggest profits for us. And what do we got? Oh, so we recommended CNA today because of that same scenario. There's that J-hook pattern starting wave three. Wave three has the capability of moving up, say, another 17 points from here, which puts you up in about the $92 range. So not only does it give us an opportunity to analyze which ones are moving in the right direction, but also gives us kind of a scale or a target of the potential returns. So anyways, just puts us in the right place at the right time. Meat did kind of a bullish doji sandwich. I'd be ready to buy this one on positive trading. All you do is that if you buy it on positive trading, got two criteria. One, you make sure it doesn't close back below the T line, and two, you just watch to see what it does once it gets back to the 50-day moving average. Let's see, highway. Somebody pointed this one out in the chat session today. There's another J-hook pattern in progress. Wave one was about 14 points. That would take us up into the $38, $39 area. CRK, J-hook pattern bobble. Let's see, is Robbie? Did you ask earlier what a bobble was? Bobble is when they come up, hit a resistance level, pulls back, and you can see it sets up a J-hook pattern, usually without it being able to retrace back below the T line, and then starts back up. So the bobble or the J-hook pattern has an added benefit of seeing where the first resistance level was occurring, and makes it very easy to get right back in it, especially when it comes back up through the top or through that resistance level on a J-hook. WPX, another energy company, starting the J-hook pattern. And I saw CUDA earlier. Still think CUDA is probably a very good buy setup, especially on a positive open. It tells you that they're going to break out of this fry pan bottom, and notice where the dimple is, right about the halfway point. Jamel, you can see the slow curve. Where's your next target? Probably up here at the 200. Cone, Another one that did a big reversal. This one you can be buying on positive trading, especially if it opens positive. You want to see it come up through the high of today because that's kind of in line with this downtrending channel. STX, you can be buying this one also, yes. What was the oil company? One was Ren. It gets back up, and the other one is Bill Barrett. Whoops. Kind of your cup and handle. SPU had a very nice reversal. This is observe the obvious. The obvious was they were selling it off. They got right back here into the 50 area, and then did a huge reversal. That tells you the interest is obviously coming back into it. Yeah, WNR had a good, one of the refiners. That's got a good looking chart. I would suspect that's heading for the 200-day moving average. I can't remember the one right. Oh, WPX was right before. There's this one, left-right combo, right off the T line. You can start buying this one on positive trading with the anticipation the J-hook pattern is going to be in progress. XLTA. Notice where the Morningstar bottom occurred, right smack dab on the 50. A little hammer. Now you've broken this downtrending channel. That one is definitely a strong buy on a positive open tomorrow. And we were looking at TERP today. There's another same scenario, an inverted hammer right smack dab off the 50. Another one that you can be buying on positive trading with the anticipation that wave 3 is now in progress. Lamat, notice the big belt hold, not big belt hold, but left-right combo breakout. Another one that probably has a lot more upside potential. And CVRR. Notice where this fry pan bottom, and this slow curve have ended up. Right smack dab on the 50. Makes this very simple. If this opens positive tomorrow, you start buying immediately. And that's telling you everything you want to know. You have a slow curve breakout, got a fry pan bottom, and they're not resistant at the 50 anymore. And OMN also has a nice big fry pan bottom. Look where you're sitting right now. Almost right here at the breakout level. So this one, if they open this positive, especially gap it up a little bit, they know there's a resistance level here, but if they gap it up, that's going to tell you they aren't going to resist. It's probably going to go a lot higher. Okay, that's about all we got on the long side. Again, this market isn't real conducive to giving a whole lot of buy signals or sell signals. We're still short KEX. We can see where the failure was at this level. Kind of a bearish, I want to say bearish cradle pattern. So you just stay short. Now, obviously, you're right here at this support level, but not quite in the oversold area yet. So if this opens lower, look for a bearish doji sandwich, which means you're not going to support at that level anymore. You're in wave 3. Kind of the same scenario on FEYE. You've got a left-right combo. You got a bearish doji sandwich. If this opens lower tomorrow, they're heading for here. If they fail there, then you're heading for this downward trend channel. And if they breach that, still got a lot of big up or downside. We recommended the Darden restaurants because look what happened right smack dab at the 50. Big bearish confirmation. Another one that if it opens lower tomorrow, look for a bearish doji sandwich, which that magnitude takes you almost down here into this range. And again, this is kind of having a setup so that you've got some longs and some shorts in the portfolio based on this market isn't helping one direction or the other. So this is the type of thing you look for on a short. There's UEPS. Notice the big bearish belt hold. Dark cloud. Failure at the 200. Failure at the 50. There could be a lot more downside to this one. KTOS. If this opens lower tomorrow, short it immediately. First likely target is back here to test this level, which would probably get you down here to fill in the gap. And then there's a possibility of coming all the way back down and filling that gap. And TGNA, look at wave 3. This is why I always say the bigger the signal, the more compelling there's been a change of investor sentiment. So that big bearish engulfing signal was wave 1. Now start looking for wave 3, which could take you down another 6 points down into probably about the $16 range. And another one, I guess that was and another one is Gannett. Whoops. This isn't good. Getting set up as a Bullish J-hook pattern. I'd be shorting this one on any weakness tomorrow. And CPA, another one that if it opens lower tomorrow, more than likely they're heading back to fill the gap at the 50. So anyways, that's why we're kind of suggesting have a few short positions as well as long positions, because obviously we're in the summer doldrums. And so a lot of people say, well, don't we expect summer doldrums? Or don't we expect sell in May and go away? Just because we're expecting it, you still let the market tell you what it's doing. So right now, the sideways mode of the market is telling you the summer doldrums are in effect. But being that we're in the last week of August going into September, I would start watching for everybody coming back from vacations and heading to their the trading desks again. So with that, is there any general questions on candlesticks? Bob, we will work on that. Yeah, I'm still getting settled in from getting back from New York State. So we're getting the fall schedule all set up. Oh, for those of you in the Houston area, will these symbols be available tomorrow? DJ, not really. We will be putting 3 or 4 recommendations in the members area. What time periods do you use through the mornings? Steve, I usually don't use time periods in the morning. If I think the market is heading up or should be heading up, I might be buying within the first three minutes. And but if we think the market is heading up and they open lower and trade down, just wait to see if they reverse it and then come back up. So that might be going to the 10-minute chart. Stochastics, don't trade off of them. Just use them to show us where we are in the trend. So just the very simple logic that the Japanese rice traders came up with is if you see a candlestick buy signal in the oversold condition, and stochastics are a good indication of whether you're overbought or oversold, the probabilities are pretty strong that you're in a reversal. Conversely, if you see a candlestick sell signal in the overbought condition, more than likely you're in for a downward trend reversal. So I don't trade stochastics. I just want to see where we are when the signal's set up. Left-right combo. Anybody remember which ones were the left-right combo? Left-right combo is a doji followed by a bullish engulfing signal. Or in the overbought condition, a doji followed by a bearish engulfing signal. The left is, oh, there it is. Jim put it up for you. When using tick charts for day trading, what is I don't use tick charts, William. That's something you'll have to ask for people's feedback in here. Doesn't the trend channel tell you the same thing as stochastics? Not necessarily, because you might not be in a trend channel. Yeah, your best friend is a doji followed by a gap up, especially in the oversold area. Oh, Rusty, don't know what to tell you there. Usually the 200-day, the simple moving averages are still going to be pretty much the same, though. How do you trade when the 10 and 30 minute are below the T line, but the daily? If you're trading based upon whatever time frame you're trading, if you're a day trader, you're trading off the 10-minute chart. If you're a swing trader, you're trading off the daily chart. So remember, anything in between the open and the close is noise. So depending on what your time frame is, anything on a 10-minute chart, anything between the open and the close is trading is the noise. All right, so I guess with that, Jim, go ahead and do the double line. And then 4.1 seconds, do the next double line. Okay. All right. Go through them quick. ACA, whoops. ACA, S dot AC. That one's not coming up, Baron. Clean energy. All you can do is stay long, get ready for the J-hook pattern. So definitely want to be buying on positive trading. And TMTS, good looking chart. You're right here kind of at the breakout area. So right now, if you own it, you stay long. If you're looking to buy, I'd use today's high. If it comes up through today's high, I'd be a buyer. TMI, another one that if you're long, you can stay long as it didn't close below the T line. If you're looking to buy, I'd buy it above the highs of the last couple of days. Holy Frontier, nothing here. Wouldn't be long or short right now. American Express, another one that I wouldn't be long or short, just no direction to it. Plus, with it being an institutional trader, did we do TTMI? Let me stay long on this. Crocs, you can be buying. That's kind of your best friend. There's your doji gap up. So I'd suspect the first target is going to be at least the 200-day moving average. And NCLH, short-term target, I don't know. First thing I would do is draw a line down through the bottoms. So I would say somewhere down here, the $33 area. Threshold, you can be ready to buy this one on positive trading. Notice what happened when it came out of the fry pan bottom. Whipsaw. Now get ready for the J-hook pattern to move up. Make sure your volume is strong on this one for that price stock. And GSAT, slow curve. You can be buying this one on positive trading, but also you have to just watch to see what happens once it gets to the 200. Apple, still in a downtrend. If you're short, you stay short. Amazon, still staying above the T-line. If you're long, you can stay long. If you're going to be a buyer, I'd wait for it to break out above the highs here, the recent highs. Twillo, nothing yet. You're still caught in this downtrending channel. Tesla, still backing off. Might be coming back down to fill this gap. If you're short, you stay short. There's a left-right combo. Doji followed by a bearish engulfing signal. ERGP, look where your J-hook pattern is occurring. If wave 3 is the same as wave 1, then if you're buying it, you can be buying it right now. Just don't let it close back below the T-line. Excuse me. Or you buy it at 45, knowing that it broke out through this downtrending channel. BABA, nothing yet. I'd rather pay $95.20 for it, knowing that it broke the downtrending channel. Oh, I don't know. How did you short Mankind, Terry? They're usually hard to short if they're trading below $5, but I would stay short until you see a buy signal. CVGI. You did kind of almost a dark cloud, not quite, but it makes this very simple. If it starts trading lower, I'd probably take profits, because look where it's seeing the selling, right at the same level it sold off before. Then I just wait to see what it does at the T-line. XL, nothing here. You should have been back out of it on the morning star or evening star type signal. If you're long, it has to open positive tomorrow. If there's another day where they're trading it lower, they're not taking it up, obviously. And HDXS, if you're short, you stay short. If you're looking to buy, you wait for a buy signal. No buy signal yet. And OCN, another J-hook pattern. You got a little bullish flutter kicker signal. My mouse is starting to get acting up again. So I would definitely be a buyer on strength, but I'd probably buy it if it got up through the 200. We did this one exactly. You can be buying this one on positive trading tomorrow. Notice the Morningstar signal right off the 200. We did Amazon. Icon, nothing here. Wouldn't be long. If you're short, you stay short, but if it opens positive tomorrow, I'd probably cover the short with the anticipation they're bouncing it back up to test the T-line. Tesoro, nothing. If you're short, you stay short, but there's not enough movement in this one right now to make it worthwhile. I'd be someplace else. SGY, nothing here. It had a possibility of breaking out. When it came back below the T-line, you should be out of it. You probably shouldn't be back in it. As you can see, there's no direction. Home Depot, wouldn't be in this one right now. if I was short, I'd also be ready to cover this on any trading above the T-line area. And Nugget, nothing here yet either. If you're short, you stay short. But another scenario where you're in the oversold area, if it starts trading positive from here, probably want to cover your short positions, but I wouldn't go long. Oh boy, Rusty, that's not coming up. This one has a breakout, STM, probably a 45 degree from here. An ACIA, nice J-hook pattern. You can buy this one on positive trading tomorrow. Cliff, get ready to buy this one on positive trading. If you were short, you probably should have covered the short position today. If you're ready to go long, you still have to wait for it to close above the T-line. Labu's still kind of drifting. Right now, with that type of chart, I wouldn't be long or short Labu. Just not enough direction. And CWEI, still trying to do the J-hook pattern setup. I would be a buyer of this one on positive trading. You've got two bullish engulfing signals. NetEase, nothing lively here. If you're long, you just stay long as it doesn't close below the T-line. Goog, nothing yet. If I was short, I'd probably have covered it within the last couple of days. Will it start trading positive after the doji? I wouldn't be going long on this one until it does get back up above the T-line. Land's End, another one that's trying to do a J-hook pattern. You can buy this one on positive trading tomorrow, doing the classic. There's your fry pan bottom J-hook pattern, with at least the logical target being the 200-day moving average. Amazon, just in a slow uptrend. If you're long, you can stay long on this one. Wouldn't be chasing after it right now, though. And Wynn Resorts, nothing here. If you're short, got a bullish engulfing in the oversold area. If it opens positive tomorrow, you close out your short position. If you're looking to go long, you still wait for it to get above the T-line. Alta, that's a good-looking short, especially if it opens weaker tomorrow. Notice the big bearish doji sandwich. Now potential another bearish doji sandwich. Let's see. I think we did ACIA, that J-hook pattern. I think we did clean energy. What caused you to anticipate a J-hook pattern? Just the fact that that's how human emotions work. Strong move, profit taking, and then the strong move continues. That's why we try to identify a J-hook pattern, because that's the high probability reaction to human nature. Do you recommend selling out of the money puts on bullish stocks? That's up to each person, Francisco, what type of trading strategies they want to use with their option trading. And so everybody, if they're trading options, just needs to pick up the type of trading strategy that fits their comfort level. Costco still heading down. You're doing a doji right here at the 50, so that's going to tell you something. Basically, they're going to move it in the direction of how they open it tomorrow. And Wells Fargo did test the 200. If it opens lower tomorrow and you own it, you take your profits because it's probably going to go into a bobble. How do you know when it is institutional? Joseph, just not we don't know that it's institutional trading. There are stocks that are institutional traders, the big names like Monsanto or Home Depot, things that aren't traded, but they're the institutions put in their portfolios to hold long term. So they usually have big volume, and they're the big names: American Express, Johnson and Johnson, all your big names. And they usually don't move very fast. AGN, stay short. Wern, yeah, you can buy this on weakness. You can buy the puts on weakness. And FEYE, yes, you can buy puts on weakness on this one. On ADPM, it didn't close below the T-line today. At least on mine, it didn't close below the T-line. So, but logically, it has to open positive and trade positive. If it opens lower, there's just nothing there. FIVN, just stay long as it stays up above the T-line. And EZPW, same scenario. Stay with it. Oh, William, that's something you ask in the chat room. You'll probably get a lot more people that are actually trading them to give you a better feel for which ones are the best ones to trade. EXAR, another one that has to open positive. If it opens lower, you can see the trajectory has disappeared. Or if it trades flat tomorrow, I'd close it out, and then you just put your buy stop at 927, knowing that if it broke out above that level, it's going into the next wave. Palo, just stay long. Rue, yeah. I mean, you're buying it now at a very high risk situation. There was your best friend right there, the Doji gap up. That's where you should have been buying. Now, some of them that are moving too fast, you just have to say, I missed it. Find the next one that's getting ready to move. Data, get ready for a bobble. I'd be a buyer of this one at 61.50, knowing that it came back up through the 200. And squares just kind of lollygagging, closed just above the T-line, which means it has to open positive tomorrow. If it opens lower, you want to close out the position. AOS, nothing here, nothing wildly exciting. I think this is also one of the ones you'd find in institutional accounts. LNTH, all you can do here is stay long. CVI, oh, you're getting set up. I'd rather pay for it above the 50, telling us that it broke out through this level. And Priceline, hard one to trade. Right now, it's above the T-line, so you just stay with it. Is that THX? Oh, maybe that. STX, you can buy. Momo, get a shooting star. These are, if I was owning this one, I'd put my protective stop at today's low. It shouldn't come back through that level. That's Momo. Grub was setting up early this morning. This one you get ready to buy on positive trading tomorrow. That'd be your doji sandwich breakout confirmation. NVGT, NGVT, I said that right. You can buy this one on positive trading, still above the T line. Bison, stay long. I would have my stop at today's open. It shouldn't come back down through that level. The dollar doesn't have a great chart right now. They've come up, they've failed at the 50. Yeah, we're just not trading the dollar. There's just nothing there to give us any great advantage one way or the other. ORT, yeah, the one we're using is called CCG, but we don't recommend it. It's about $1,300 a month. It's kind of the grandfather of all charting services. But Metastock is good. PC Net is good. Oh, Whipsaw Effect JS is when you get someplace, I forget which one was coming out of a fry pan bottom, but it was whipsawing back and forth, up and down, big moves. But usually it breaks out to the upside after coming out of the fry pan bottom. And then BR, all you can do right now is stay long as it stays above the T line. Okay, we probably have another week of kind of boring market, but when everybody comes back from the beaches, I think you'll start seeing which way they're planning to take the market. And usually it's very good to do the analysis of which sectors are acting the strongest. Usually when everybody comes back from summer vacation, they've made up their minds which sectors are going to work the best for the next 3 or 4 months. That's kind of the same scenario on January 1st. After everybody's come back from Christmas vacation, they've made their evaluations of which sectors will be the best to trade in. And we can see that immediately based upon what the candlestick charts look like for each sector. All right, we'll call it a night. No, we're done early. That will give you a chance to watch the Pittsburgh-Chicago game. So with that, we'll see everybody bright and early in the morning. We'll see you then.